Good morning, good morning, good morning, superstars. This is Ann Brown on the line all the way from Accokeek, Maryland. And our subject today is beginning with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. You probably realize that that's habit two that Franklin Covey actually came up with in the habits of successful people. However, what exactly does that mean? Well, when you look at your calendar, a lot of us have checklists and we know various things that we have to do. However, sometimes we don't pinpoint them, and sometimes we may not see what the goal is. For instance, if we want to go to New York, if I wanted to go to New York, then I'd have to decide, okay, what time I'd want to go. If I was driving, or if I was going to catch the train, or if I was going to catch the bus, if what time I needed to be there, and all of these steps I'd have to put in place to make sure I reached the goal, reach New York by the time that I wanted to. Well, when we're goal setting and we have to do several things, and we have to begin each day with the end in mind. And what that means is that in my business, if I want to have X number of new partners by the end of this month, I have to back into that and see what I need to do every single day so that I reach that goal. Now, do we reach the goal all the time? Absolutely not. Sometimes we have to look at what we're doing and readjust, review, and redo, readjust. And that's what learning is all about. And that way you can kind of judge and decide what it is that you need to do, or maybe even cut some things out that you're doing. And so when you begin with the goal, begin with the end in mind, that can be applied to so many different things. If you are working on a particular goal or project with your sorority, or maybe you're a project manager and you want to make sure that that project is done correctly. Well, you want to begin with the end in mind, what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and work into that. Another thing is you want to make sure that you're communicating that goal to all of your team members and saying, hey, this is where we're going, and these are the tasks that we need to do to get there. I used to work on a project, and one of the things that I really admired about my project manager is that he had all of the work tasks actually lined up. Everybody knew what they were doing. And also, when you begin to plot that out, you can also plot out the number of days, the number of hours, how many people, and the level of expertise that you need to have assigned to those tasks. And that's what project management is. So as you break down the task and the level of expertise, now that also generates your cost, and you know how many hours on average it will take to complete that project. So that is just beginning with the end in mind. You have your work order, your statement of work that says, hey, from your customer, hey, I want this particular item. And then you have to work towards making that item. You have to work towards what it is that you need to do to absolutely get there. Begin with the end in mind. Sometimes we may not we may the item or the thing that we're working towards may be in our imagination. Everybody may not know. It might not be a physical thing that you're building. It might be an idea that you have. And so it's up to you. If it's your idea, if it's your baby, then you have to think about the steps that it takes to get there and who you're going to need to help you get there. So a friend of mine actually decided to start making his own soaps. And so I'm pretty sure that when he decided to do that, he probably made some samples and tried to, this wasn't something he had done before. So he was like, okay, let me make some soaps and see how difficult this process is. And then he had to then decide, okay, I've got some soaps. Now, how do I have different variations? How do I make different variations? What does this require? How much time does this require? How much does this cost? Because now that is going to affect the cost of each bar of soap. And so when you begin with your end in mind, then you begin thinking about those things and putting those things in place. He has some great packaging. He does some great marketing. So I'm pretty sure he had to think about the people that he would need to be able to help him do that. So just think about it. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are you working towards? And begin with the end in mind. Sit and think about, okay, what do I need to get there? Will it be perfect? Absolutely not. There'll be some things that you may not know, but you don't know what you don't know. But guess what? If you keep working towards it, you'll find out. So today, I encourage you to begin with the end in mind. I've got my calendar, my planner, and I know what I have to do during today. I've got my appointment set up, and I've got some training that I need to do and some people that I need to follow up with. But I know at the end of the day, I will accomplish that goal. But and I have a goal for the number of new partners that I am going to bring on my team this week. And today's activity actually contributes towards that weekly goal. What are you doing towards your goal? Are you working towards it on a daily basis? If not, I encourage you to incorporate Franklin Covey's habit number 2, the habits of highly successful people, and begin with the end in mind. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me. Hey, make sure you check out the link in my profile. Check out the link in my profile to find out more information about what I do, how I do it, and how I love for you to be a part of my team. Have a great day. Bye-bye.